All right, so for years, you've probably known Qualcomm as, the company that makes the chip inside your phone. They've been that quiet engine just humming along. Well, things are getting loud. Qualcomm is launching an ambitious, and I mean really ambitious, two-front war against the giants of the computing world. So let's break down what's happening.
And look, this is so much more than just a new piece of silicon. This is a direct challenge to the way the entire PC and AI world works. I mean, Qualcomm is basically betting the farm that everything they've learned from making super efficient phone chips can be used to rewrite the rules on two totally different battlefields at the same time. So the big question we're asking today is, can they actually pull this off? Okay, so to really get how big of a deal this is, you gotta know who's in the ring. I mean, think about it. For PCs, it's been the world of Intel and AMD forever, right? That's all most of us have ever known. And then you jump over to the AI data center, and it's all NVIDIA. One name, total dominance. These guys aren't just companies, they're basically institutions. All right, let's dive into that first front. This one is aimed squarely at the laptop you might be using right now. Qualcomm is coming for the Windows PC market, and believe me, they are not pulling any punches. And just listen to the confidence here. I mean, wow. The CEO, Cristiano Amon, was asked if ARM chips, like his, could grab 50% of the Windows PC market. And he didn't just say yes. He basically said, yeah, and some of our partners think we can do it even faster, maybe in just 3 years. I mean, come on. That's not just a hopeful guess. That's throwing down the gauntlet. So what are they bringing to this fight? These are the new Snapdragon X2 Plus chips. You've got two versions, a 10-core and a 6-core, and they're fast, boosting up to 4 gigahertz. But the really interesting part, look at that last column. The NPU, or Neural Processing Unit, 80 TOPS. That means it can handle 80 times trillion operations per second, just for AI tasks. That is a monster number for a chip inside a laptop. So does all that tech actually translate to speed? Well, yeah. Let's look at single-core performance. This is what makes your computer feel fast and responsive, when you're just clicking around, opening apps. And the X2 Plus isn't just keeping up with Intel and AMD. It's actually pulling ahead, by a pretty noticeable margin, too. Okay, but what happens when you throw a really heavy task at it? Something that uses all the chip's power at once? Well, that's where the story gets even crazier. In these multi-core tests, the gap just gets wider. We're talking scores that are anywhere from 20 to 40% higher than the competition. This is Qualcomm making a direct play for the performance crown. But here's the real secret weapon, and it comes straight from their smartphone playbook. It's not just about being the fastest, it's about efficiency. Qualcomm is claiming that for the same amount of battery power, their chip delivers over 3 times the performance. Now, what does that mean for you? It means crazy long battery life. It means laptops can be thinner and lighter because they don't need huge, noisy fans. That is a game changer. Right, so if the PC fight is like a ground war, this next part is, well, it's like a surprise aerial attack on an enemy fortress. Because Qualcomm isn't stopping with laptops. Nope. They're also taking aim at NVIDIA's iron grip on the massive, multi-billion-dollar AI data center market. This is the really audacious part of the plan. Now, to really get their strategy here, you have to understand a key difference in the AI world: training versus inference. Think of it this way. Training is like building the super smart AI brain. It's incredibly difficult, it's super expensive, and you need the most powerful computers on Earth to do it. But inference? That's actually using the brain. Every single time you ask a chat about a question, that's inference. And since that happens trillions of times a day, the cost of running it all adds up, fast. And that's where Qualcomm makes its move. It's brilliant, really. They're not trying to storm the front gates of NVIDIA's fortress, which is AI training. Instead, they're going around the side and targeting inference. Their whole bet is that in the long run, companies are going to care more about the cost of running AI day-to-day, the total cost of ownership, than the one-time cost of building it. It's a completely different way of looking at the problem. So how do you win on cost? Well, Qualcomm made a really big and, frankly, controversial bet. See, NVIDIA uses this super fast, super expensive memory called HBM. Qualcomm said, nope, we're not doing that. Instead, they're using LPDDR, which is basically the same kind of memory you'd find in a really nice laptop. It's way more power efficient. Okay, so why on earth would they do that? Why trade raw speed for efficiency? For one simple reason: this number. Because they went with LPDDR, they can cram an absolutely insane 768 gigabytes of memory onto a single one of their AI cards. And to put that into perspective, NVIDIA's best card, the B100, has 192 gigs. Qualcomm is offering 4 times more memory. Now, why is that a huge deal? Because the biggest AI models are so large, they have to be chopped up and spread across a bunch of NVIDIA cards to run. But with this much memory, you can fit that entire massive model onto one single Qualcomm card. That makes everything simpler, faster, and way, way cheaper to run. So, okay, the strategy is clever. It's a really smart plan. But this is NVIDIA we're talking about. It's one thing to declare war, it's another thing entirely to win it. So let's talk about the massive challenges Qualcomm is up against, and maybe the first signs that this incredible gamble might actually be working. And here it is, the biggest challenge of all, the elephant in the data center. It's called CUDA. For more than 10 years, NVIDIA has built this incredible software platform. All the developers know how to use it, all the AI tools are built for it. It's like a giant defensive moat around their castle, and it has stopped pretty much every competitor dead in their tracks. So how do you beat a moat that deep? Well, you don't. You don't even try to cross it. You just build a bridge somewhere else entirely. And that's Qualcomm's plan. They're all in on open software that everybody's already using. Their sales pitch is just so simple and smart. Hey, keep using NVIDIA to train your models, we don't care, but when you're ready to actually run that model for millions of users and you want to do it cheap, come use our hardware for that part. So is anyone actually buying this argument? Oh yeah. In a huge way. A company called Humane just signed a deal for a 200 megawatt deployment of Qualcomm's AI chips. I mean, to be clear, 200 megawatts is an absolutely enormous amount of power and computing. This isn't some little pilot program. This is a massive public validation of Qualcomm's entire data center strategy, and it kicks off in 2026.
So there you have it. They've got a serious beachhead in the data center and a full-on invasion plan for the PC market. The two-front war is officially on. But now it all comes down to timing.
And you have to understand, this isn't just a one-and-done attempt. The AI200 chip we've been talking about, that's just the start. They've already got the next version, the AI250, on the roadmap for 2027, and it's packed with even crazier new tech designed to push efficiency even further. This shows they are absolutely in this for the long haul. Which brings us to the final make-or-break question. Qualcomm's big push really gets going in 2026. Now, in the tech world, that's basically a lifetime away. So is this the perfect window of opportunity for them to completely shake up the industry? Or is it just giving giants like Intel, AMD, and especially NVIDIA plenty of time to see the attack coming and build up their defenses? We don't know the answer yet, but one thing is for sure. The battle for the future of computing has just begun.